Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. So this is our first ever training session. Actually, I wouldn't even call it a training session. It's an abbreviated training session on video. So one of the things I wanted to cover today real quickly is, which can't be covered really quickly, we actually spent 1.5 hours last Tuesday reading and reviewing the Law of Agency pamphlet. So you all have access to the Law of Agency pamphlet, of course, on the Northwest MLS. And the Law of Agency pamphlet on the front cover explains all the things that are included in the Law of Agency pamphlet. So it's worth reading. I'm just going to tell you what's in the Law of Agency pamphlet, just to encourage you to read or reread it actually several times. There's some of the questions that I received would be answered if only the individual would read the agency pamphlet, okay? So the Law of Real Estate Agency pamphlet has the definitions, all right? Relationships between brokers and the public, duties of a broker generally, duties of a seller's agent, duties of a buyer's agent, duties of a dual agent, duration of agency relationship, compensation, vicarious liability, imputed knowledge and notice, interpretation, and short sales. So please get this out, read the form, or read the pamphlet, reread it. Liz Vasquez, she uses this on her, well, we all should use it on all of working with buyers and working with sellers, but she actually reads the duties of a seller's agent and a buyer's agent when she's meeting with her clients. I think that's a great idea. And so there you have it. The Law of Agency pamphlet. Please read it. If you've read it before, read it again, and I'm going to do the same. Okay. Some other things. We have some other forms. These forms are not uploaded to the MLS, and they will not be uploaded to the MLS because they're not intended to be one size fits all, okay? And so I'm just going to tell you what these forms are. And they become useful when the occasion arises. The first form is a release of liability agreement where the seller maintains the possession post-closing. Okay, so let's say that post-closing, the seller is going to maintain possession of just the garage or the entire home. All right, this release of liability addendum would replace a post-closing rental agreement. Okay, we also have one where the buyer receives possession of the home prior to closing. So rather than having a rental agreement, or this could be in concert with a rental agreement, this is where a buyer receives possession of the home prior to closing. It's a release of liability agreement. This is not a one size fits all, and so someone that would want to use either of these forms should contact myself and for now, and then I will help you with the form, and then you'll have it and you'll know how to use it. We also have, for many times we represent sellers of estates. So this is an estate addendum, and it can also be used as an as-is addendum. So we actually have, this is so an estate as-is addendum, or we have just an as-is addendum. So sometimes when I read language that is on a contracts about as-is, the intent is there, but the language is very unclear. And for estates where you have lack of knowledge of a property and those types of things, the disclosures, this covers all of that. Okay, so we have that one. We also have sometimes we sell properties where there's a well. And sometimes it's not just an individual well, it's a two-party well or a Class B well. In that case, sometimes we might need a well use agreement because these wells have been there for a long time, the people have lived there a long time. It's just a handshake agreement between neighbors, what have you. But lenders and clients will often require a well maintenance agreement. So accountability. And what does that look like? So this is a standard well use agreement for a two-party well. I suppose it could be more than two parties as well. Well. All right. Oh, I think I missed one. Maybe not. No, I did. We have a road maintenance agreement, and the road maintenance agreement is, oh, here it is. The road maintenance agreement, similar situation. Sometimes lenders require a road maintenance agreement when there's, let's say there's an easement road and it goes through the property that is being sold, and who's responsible for maintaining the road? The other parties that use the road, everybody involved. This is a basic template for a road maintenance agreement, okay? So we have that. Again, it's not a one-size-fits-all, but I want you to be aware that we have it should the occasion arise. A lot of times we are having multiple offers, and so I've talked to many of you about multiple offers and how to address that. We have some language that we have shared with many of you that we use in an email to respond to these offering brokers, but we also have a multiple offer notice. And so this creates a little more accountability, and it does have a place where the seller signs it on the bottom. The email, on the other hand, there's no signatures involved. So anyways, the multiple offer notice or the email language is something that I would encourage if you have multiple offers. If you have a listing and you got 11, 15 offers, whatever, we have a spreadsheet where you can identify each offer, all the things about that offer, so you don't have to print off 15 offers or 15 page ones or whatever. Well, let me know. I'll send you the multiple offer addendum along with the language if you prefer to just use an email for responding to these multiple offers, and the spreadsheet, okay? Lastly, we have a CO detector notice. This CO detector notice, so when you go on a listing appointment, it's important that sellers are aware that they need to have a CO detector. CO, not CO2. Carbon monoxide, not carbon dioxide, okay? It's easy to confuse the two, and I hear, and I've seen it even written in contract CO2. It's not, it's CO, all right? And so anyways, this notice would be helpful when taking a listing so that the seller is informed about installing the carbon monoxide detectors and where to place them, and then also for buyers. So buyers are aware that sellers are supposed to install the CO detectors prior to closing. Wham! That's it. Okay, well, I hope you guys found this informative. If you'd like to have any of those forms, or if you have any questions about the Law of Agency pamphlet, please reach out. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about any of it. Have a great day.